Good morning, everybody. Another day, another donut, as they say, on Aphasia World. I had a presentation a week or two ago, and a person came up to me afterward and asked me if I was still practicing, as in practicing my language, as in somebody had lost my language, was getting it back. I needed to keep practicing it. She thought I was now perfect. I didn't need to practice. Anyway, I thought that was a lot of fun, and I pointed at the crowd and I said, "This is practice. You don't have to necessarily call it practice. I do call it practice because everything I do is therapeutic, regardless of what I'm working on." But I did tell her that I do intend to continue to practice, meaning be more intentional about the fact that everything you do to read, write, speak with communication modalities are therapeutic, whatever you do. So that really is the deal. Everything you do typically can be therapeutic, especially if you are intentional about it. But I did tell her about another time years ago when I had started doing public speaking with aphasia, that I was still having problems. I still have problems today. But back then, I realized that if I were to when I see I'm having problems, because you with aphasia, you too know what it feels like if you're having problems, and you can feel it here and you can feel it here. So I was standing in front of a group and I was having problems, but I realized that if I tell them that I'm having problems, that could probably help me, and maybe it'll help them too. So I started doing that, and people could tell that I was having problems, but they didn't want to talk about it. They felt bad about it. But I told them, no, don't feel bad. This is the way it works. If I'm having problems, that means you can tell I'm having problems. Then I want you to tell that I'm having problems so I can see in your eyes that I'm the one having problems. But basically, that also stopped the conversation for a minute. Let us all have a conversation in the audience, because I would easily find one or two who would respond in kind. And then I would start again telling them, not necessarily what I was about to talk about, but telling them what was happening on the inside for me, being distraught enough to know that I'm having these problems such that I can't communicate the way I would like to in particular. So that turned out to be a new skill that I had developed for myself, and offering it for everybody else too, that when you're having problems, which we all are, especially at the beginning, and I know at the beginning I had the problems such that I couldn't even talk about it, that's okay too. But once you begin to talk even a little and begin to observe from your own perspective that you're having these problems, now realizing that other people are having those problems about yours as well, they can observe it, then the next thing is to tell them, okay, my name is Tom. Bob, what do you think is happening? And they say, well, I can see that you're looking like you're hesitation, or you can actually see in somebody's face that you're actually trying to find a word. Well, that's good for them to say, because then I get to understand from their perspective what I was trying to do, no matter what it might be. So it did turn out that the activities that I had indulged over the last couple of years turned out to be highly therapeutic. I didn't need a therapist to then somehow declare, oh, this is practice and this is therapeutic and you should do these things, as much as I'm now just telling you that it is a lot of fun. It makes it a lot easier because you get to converse, get to basically admit to yourself and to others that, yes, of course I'm having problems. I have a stroke, as they say. What's your excuse? But it does help with me to be able to understand better how I'm getting better based on other people being able to tell from their perspective, because it all has an awful lot to do with perspectives of one thing or another. As I'm saying it now with you, I'm misspelling some words. Anyhow, there'll be an article coming out with this, and on my website, you get to see the PDF about the same article. But it was a lot of fun doing it. I continue to do it. It is a lot of fun. And I will look for you next week, or maybe it's the week after that, with another article and another presentation about how all of us, people with aphasia, get better. All right, guys. Nice to see you. Have a good week. See you later. Bye.